Hey YouTube, have a list today. You know what that means? Super chatty video. Just prop me up in the corner, pour yourself a drink, maybe dig out the shoes that you have been dreading cleaning from your death pile, and let's talk about things that you need to know about reselling. Now, I wrote this list with lots of different people in mind, lots of different audiences. I know some are going to want to watch this video, people that have been considering getting into reselling but haven't really taken the plunge yet. Maybe you have a lot of questions about reselling. This list is for you. Or maybe you are a seasoned reseller. You want to revitalize your business. You come out of a rough 2020 and you want to make 2021 your best year yet. This list is for you. Maybe you just want a coworker today and you want to listen to me drone on and on about what you need to know about reselling while you resell, while you list your items. Whatever brought you to this video, I hope it is for you. I hope you will like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone. Let's get into what you need to know about reselling. The number one thing you need to know about reselling is just start. Number one, just start. You are 100% going to make mistakes in this business. I make mistakes in this business a lot. Hopefully, I have made more mistakes in the beginning of this business than I do now as a more seasoned reseller. With that in mind, keep your initial investments low. That way, you can afford to lose and you can afford to make mistakes in the beginning. If the first item that you buy is $100 and you need to flip it for $200 just to make your initial investment back and reinvest in more inventory, that is just a recipe for disaster, you guys. Keep those initial investments low. You hear time and time again that people say shop your own closet, shop your house, sell those things that don't cost you anything. Right now, I understand where you're coming from, that's not exciting. That doesn't want to pull you in and get you excited about reselling. If I was excited about my old sweater, I would wear my old sweater, right? So maybe head to the thrift store with $20, give yourself a limit and say, what can I turn $20 into in a month? Make it a challenge. I issue it to you as a challenge. Start where you're at, but keep those investments low. That's number one. Number two piece of advice would be who to follow, because while you're thinking about reselling, and even while you're a reseller, you want to research. You want to research, you want to connect with other people. Like, we long for coworkers, you guys. You are my coworker. If you're a reseller, you're my coworker. Drop your name below so we can know each other on a first name basis. It's important to have people that you follow that you trust. I could definitely give you guys a great list of resellers that I follow. Let me know if you would like that as a future video idea, resellers to follow. And I can tell you like who I follow for business advice, who I follow for bolos, who I follow just because I like their personality. And I would love to connect you guys with the resellers that I'm connected with. But in this video, I want to tell you more of who to avoid. And that is avoiding the salesperson. Honestly, we're all salespeople in this business of reselling, but I want you to avoid the people that are constantly just trying to sell you something, that have discovered that new resellers are their consumer base. If they're constantly trying to DM you and sell you on their course, on their list, on whatever education that they want to provide to you, and it's going to cost you more than your inventory to get started, okay? I'm not talking about $5 here or $10 there, which you need to be conscientious about how much money you're spending on even minimal investments of your education. But guys, we're talking someone that just sees you again as the consumer. I'm seeing you as a coworker. I'm not trying to sell you anything. The internet is full of free advice to start with. And then if you decide that reselling is so for you that you want to spend $100 a month on someone's course and you just love this person so much, so be it. Like, good for you, good for them. But I'm just telling you that not every reseller is looking at you with dollar signs in their eyes. Some people just want to give you free advice. Follow people on YouTube, on Instagram, and I understand over on Facebook that there are some reseller groups and stuff. I'm not on Facebook. And I understand some of those groups have a little bit of drama, and that's exactly why I'm not on Facebook. But definitely look YouTube and Instagram for sure for people to follow. I'll give you a short list. I'm not going to tell you why I follow anyone that I follow here because, again, if you want that video, let me know. But just to tell you a couple people that I do follow, Thrifty Yeti just started a YouTube channel and he has a very active Instagram. So I would follow him for sure if I were you. Roanoke Collector, Nurse Flipper, Daily Refinement, Osborne to Thrift, and College Picker, and Casa Chic. Those are some of my favorite resellers that I would absolutely recommend that you follow. I will drop their names down below in the comments. So number 2 is to know who to follow. Number 3 kind of goes along with that. I'm going to try to segue one of these tips and bits of information right into the other. Number 3 piece of advice is to know that not all advice is for you. Not everyone's opinion and the way that they resell is going to resonate with you and where you're at and how you resell. Just as an example, somebody that shops at Nike outlets 3 days a week and their business is retail arbitrage of brand new sneakers, that 3 hours from me, 3 hours one direction. That's our closest outlet stores to here. All right. So any of that retail arbitrage that comes from outlets, including sneakers, it's not going to be someone that I follow. Understand that not every bolo is for you. Some things are going to excite me that don't excite you, and vice versa. Not everyone's opinion is relevant to where you're at right now. You need to shop where you're at with what you have right now. All right. So don't think that you have to be in a particular place in order to make reselling a success. You absolutely do not have to. Number 4 piece of advice goes along with that. Avoid oversaturated bolos. We talked about outlets just there for a minute. Recently, here's another good example. I'm going to try to use as many real life examples as I can here. Recently, JCPenney's are closing everywhere. If they haven't closed already, it looks like they're going to. I don't know. I hope that the business succeeds forever. But the truth is that they're closing. And they recently brought in a lot of J. Crew items, I guess, and we're selling those. So one reseller sees, oh my gosh, there's J. Crew for pennies on the dollar. Look at this sweater that I could buy right now for $1 and sell for 20. I'm going to tell 5 of my reseller friends, and they tell their 5 reseller friends, and they tell their 5 friends, and they each tell their 5 friends. Do you understand that you listed the item for $20? The next 5 people want to sell it faster than you, so they list it for $19.99. The next 5 people want to sell it faster, so they list it for $18. The next 5 people, do you understand where I'm going with this? By the time that you get rid of this oversaturated item that anyone could walk into any store and buy, you're going to be getting rid of it for what you paid for it, if that. All right, so you have to be careful of retail arbitrage. I bought some items at our local Walmart that were clearanced out for 5 cents. No doubt in my mind that these items were probably clearanced out nationwide for 5 cents. You know when I will tell you what the item was? When I have sold them all. I bought a couple hundred of these and I sell them for $1.80 a piece. That's not much, but they sell without me having to do anything. Every single week I sell some of them. 5 cents into $1.80. That's really not bad, but I'm not going to tell you what the item was because I'm not going to be selling it for $1.80 then, am I? That is not giving away your secret sauce, and brings me to my number 5 tip, which is to treat your business like it's your business. I'm vegan, so I don't know how well I can really speak to this, but McDonald's, for instance, the Big Mac is a thing because of the sauce, right? Everyone has the burger, everyone has the bun, but it's the secret sauce. When's the last time you saw McDonald's giving out free information and including the recipe for their secret sauce to you? They don't. Why don't they? Because they treat their business like it's their business. Now, I want you treating your business like it's your business, not a hobby, not a side hustle, all right? If this is your side hustle for now until you can quit your full-time job and you want to go full-time reselling, good for you. Quit calling it your side hustle. Call it your job and work it like it's your job. Fake it till you make it. If you continue to call it your side hustle, it will always be your side hustle. You're never going to make enough money to quit your other job if you keep treating this like it's a hobby. And when I say treat this business like it's your business, do not treat this business like it's a business. Treat it like it's your business. Do not treat yourself like an employee. Treat yourself like the boss, okay? You're the boss. This is your company. Treat it like it. My number 6 piece of advice, once you've gotten past the mentality of starting this business, is lighting. You will 100% see better success and better results in this business if you can figure out some good lighting. I want to say invest in good lighting, but really you don't have to. Go outside for pictures if you need to. Like, God has provided all the light that we need. There's a $1 poster board, a $1 white piece of poster board at the Dollar Tree, laid out on the grass with your item on it, and the sunlight is going to sell your item, I guarantee you, better than on a hardwood floor in your dark living room. All right. So when you can, buy some good lighting. It can be any lighting. It doesn't have to be the lighting that you click in the link below, because there is no lighting in the link below, because I'm not an affiliate and going to make anything from you clicking on the lighting that I bought. They're light bulbs, guys. Like, there's no rocket science to it. Go buy a spotlight if you need to. I don't care if you're hooking up a couple flashlights with rubber bands. Light up the item that you're trying to sell. That is, without a doubt, my number 6 piece of advice. Light, light, light. Number 7 piece of advice is to set a limit. I talked about that a little bit in the beginning. When you first start reselling, definitely don't invest too much money, but set a limit per item depending on where you are. I honestly, guys, I do pretty well reselling, and I don't spend more than $5 an item. I know some resellers that won't spend more than $2 an item. Some people will spend $40. A reseller, a friend of mine, just recently bought an item for $40, hoping to sell it for $80. I would never do that. Figure out the formula that works well for you and stick to that. So my $5 limit, if it's over $5, I really have to think about it. I make at least 10 times my investment on the things that I buy in this area. So for some resellers, and possibly for you, a $5 limit is just not feasible, because nothing in your Goodwill, nothing in your thrift store is under $5. And I can appreciate that. So set a limit for what works for you, because in the beginning of reselling, you're going to be so excited to buy these items, to find these items. The treasure hunt is so exciting that you might lose sight of the fact that it's a business while you're shopping, and you might go a little crazy. So set a limit, set rules for yourself, okay? Number 8, I want to speak a bit about shipping. Some things that I wish I had known in the beginning. This is kind of embarrassing to tell you guys. Please don't laugh. In the beginning, I was stupid. Guys, when I would sell an item, I would handwrite the address on the box or on the envelope, and I would take it to my post office and pay for shipping with my debit card. I know, it's so embarrassing. If you're new to reselling, you might not understand how stupid that is, and you might be making the same dumb mistakes I made. Pay for your shipping online is what I'm getting around to. Pay for your shipping online. FedEx alone, I use FedEx if my item is heavy. I mailed a 47-pound shipment the other day, and it was $24 to ship it, and it would have been almost twice that. I saved 46% just buying it online, just buying it through eBay. The USPS discounts aren't quite that, but you get discounts. And you don't have to stand in line for postage. Because can you imagine, by the time that you've scaled your business to where you're carrying in, say, even 10 packages, having to stand in line and get postage for every one of those 10 items? Do it at your house, okay? So definitely print your labels at home. In order to do that, you're going to have to get a scale. It does not have to be a fancy scale. It does not have to be a digital scale. It can be a food scale. My scale is not digital. It is, it's like one of those with the dial on the top and the little metal piece, and it's like it moves. It's not digital. However you want to, I don't know what the equivalent for that is. You know, with the clock, you'd say like digital, you know, analog. I don't know what the equivalent for that would be for a scale. I went down a rabbit hole. Okay, buy a scale. And also, in line with shipping advice for a new or seasoned reseller, is to use free shipping advice, or use free shipping supplies. Go to USPS.com. Anything that you mail that is over 16 ounces, that's over a pound, you're going to mail it priority, and you can get a 100% of the priority mail shipping supplies that you need. Boxes, bags, padded envelopes, poly mailers, regional rate, flat rate, regular priority mailboxes. You are going to be able to get all of that for free from USPS.com, and your mail carrier is going to drop it off on your front door. You're welcome. USPS.com. Stop spending money on shipping supplies. Once you get to the point where you need to open an eBay store, you can absolutely go get the eBay free shipping supplies as well, which includes tape. I get their tape and I get their thank you cards and I get their poly mailers, because if an item is under a pound, then I'm going to use an eBay poly mailer and not have to send it priority, and I don't have to pay for those either that way. So use free shipping supplies. So that wraps up my number 8 tip of shipping. My number 9 tip, and there's only 10 tips, you guys, and then I have this little bonus bit of information at the end, so stay tuned. But my number 9 tip kind of goes along with shipping as well. Keep it simple. Good Lord, nobody needs to open a party when they open your Poshmark package, okay? I watched a video the other day that was items that you can get at the Dollar Tree for your resale business. And like the amount of ribbons and senseless tissue papers, and like, we're not talking about paper to keep things packed well. We're talking about paper to make it pretty and then tie a ribbon around it and then insert the thank you card that they were paying 6 cards for $1, which is a crazy amount to me, because if you're paying $9 to ship an item and you have another $3 worth of shipping supplies in there, it's $12 to ship an item. Like, your shipping supplies should be free, guys, or very, very minimal. There are a few items that you're going to have to buy, and so that is part of this number 9 tip of keeping it simple. I'm going to tell you, I use bags. They used to be called bread bags. Walmart now calls them twist tie bags. You get 100 in a box, and they're about an 8x10, maybe a little smaller than that. They might be like 9x7 or something. Little bags, and you drop your item right into the top, fold the plastic over. That is to keep the item dry if the package were to get wet. I secure that with a thank you sticker. Bought 2 rolls of those on eBay. I don't know that I even spent $10 on them. Just little thank you sticker. You can get those in the eBay shipping supplies also, but these had flowers on them. So a thank you sticker, a bag, oh, and the thank you note. Let me tell you, if you do none of this, write a thank you note. And that may seem very contradictory to what I just said, to keep it simple and we don't need all of the fluff, but a thank you note, in my opinion, encourages positive feedback. I have had positive feedback show up that says, loved the handwritten note. All I write, eBay sends out these little postcards. This is what you can get from the eBay store, I should say. And they say, your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours. And then there's a little blank spot. And I write, thank you for your purchase. God bless. Sometimes it might say, thank you for your purchase. Enjoy this great sweater. God bless. Or I sold a Banjo-Kazooie stuffed animal recently, and I drew a little picture of Banjo-Kazooie on there. And the buyer actually wrote on the feedback, I loved the drawing you included. And so it is a way for a buyer to connect with you in a personal way that encourages them to leave good feedback and may even encourage repeat business. So in my opinion, a thank you note is important, and it gives me an opportunity to tell people God bless, right? So yeah, those were really the 3 things. Like, you need to put the item in a bag, seal it up with a sticker, and leave a thank you note. That's about it. Anything else that's in that box better be to keep something from breaking, all right? They don't need to open it up and confetti goes everywhere. It is not needed. And I do not write anything on the outside of the package in regard to thank you for your purchase or thank you stickers or anything like that on the outside of the package, because that encourages the package theft. That encourages porch pirates. And maybe someone didn't even know their spouse didn't know they were making a purchase. Like, you do not need to put on the outside of this package that someone purchased something from you. So do not do that, in my opinion. So here is my number 10 piece of advice. Last piece before the little bonus piece of advice here is to just finish what you started. Because when people say, I made $100 at the thrift store today. No, you didn't. All you did at Goodwill was spend money. You didn't make anything. Sourcing and buying items makes you $0. Having them in your death pile makes you $0. Drafting a listing, that's invisible to buyers. If you buy it, draft it. If you draft it, take pictures of it. If you take the pictures, maintain the listing, put it on sale, drop the price, whatever you need to do to maintain that listing. Once the item has sold, ship it. People can still cancel their order until it leaves your house. It doesn't matter if they get a ding on their account for it. If I buy a $100 purse from you and get buyer's remorse and find a way to cancel it, you're the one that's out the sale. Finish what you started. If my first piece of advice was to just start, my last piece of advice is to just finish. You will make exactly $0 on the item that remains unlisted, okay? And with all that being said, my final last little bonus piece of advice, once you have made those sales, is to put the money in your business account. You should have a business account. and you should pull the money out immediately, especially at places like Poshmark, who want you to keep the money in the app and keep spending it within the app. They're not FDIC insured, you guys. Poshmark is not a bank. That is exactly why eBay will not do that. And they push the money out and directly in payouts almost daily to your account, is because they're not a bank. If something were to happen, good luck reaching Poshmark customer support. Nobody is going to help you with the money that you lost. So that is my bonus piece of advice about reselling, is to pull the money out immediately. You guys lasted this long. I am so impressed with you, because this has been a really long video. I told you it was going to be chatty. Drop your favorite piece of advice. Give me some advice that I need to know about reselling, and let me know if you want a video about resellers that I follow. God bless you guys. Get to selling stuff.